this mellow flow is going to be kind of a hybrid between a mellow flow and a restorative, because I wanted to, no, because I think it's important that we are taking care of our mind and our body during this time, and our focus today is going to be on polarity. So sometimes you need to be productive and care for yourself. It's not an either or scenario. It's not you are productive and you push through, and so you are not taking care of yourself, and it's not that you're taking care of yourself to the point where you're not taking care of your needs. You're just lounging around, stretching and watching Netflix. The way that we stay healthy, especially while we are in our homes and not in our typical routine, is to enjoy that polarity. So today's practice is very much movement, getting moving, but moving very gently and slowly and lovingly. So that is our focus for today. We are going to start laying down. I have a blanket over my mat today, just for extra cozy sake. You don't have to, it's your choice. I also have a pillow nearby for Shavasana. Again, just something you can have, you don't need to. So we're gonna start lying down. All the way on our back and our knees together. So feet pressing into the mat here, knees together. And this is our first practice in polarity. So they're opposites, but they're together in this practice. So we are active in our feet. We are alive in the toes. And we're resting. So while we're active in the feet, the rest of our body is just releasing and relaxing. Really aware of the mat that's holding us today. And just start to breathe and notice your breath if you haven't already. Noticing where you feel it most today, whether that be in your nose, by your lips, in your throat, in your chest, or in your lungs, and perhaps in the belly. I did it kind of subconsciously here, but if it feels super nurturing to you, you can bring your hands to your belly. Or if you're feeling a little bit of anxiety today and you need some grounding, you can put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Not forcing the breath to do anything right now, just noticing. And then still being very gentle with our breath, we're going to go through a breathing exercise. A pranayama is what it's called in its original Sanskrit. And breathing practice is just as important, if not more important, to yoga than the movement or the asana practice. And especially when we're taking care, and especially when we are fighting a respiratory disease, you know, making sure that we're taking care of our breathing and that our lungs are healthy is super important. A little plug there. So we're going to engage in this breathing exercise mindfully, and we're going to, you know, meet our edge a little bit in expansion of the breath, but doing it very gently and kindly so that we don't hurt ourselves. There's that polarity. We've done this before. If you've practiced with me, we're going to be inhaling for 4, holding for 4, and exhaling for 8. If at any point you feel out of breath, this isn't comfortable for you, return to your normal breath and just be mindful. All right, so we're gonna inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Repeat that 2 more times on your own count. Inhaling for 4, holding for 4, and exhaling for 8. And if you haven't already, notice where you're feeling that breath in your body, where you're expanding in order to hold for that long. And once you're finished, let your breath come back to normal. Fantastic. At this point, you should feel a little bit more present on the mat. And it's okay if you don't, because it's okay if you're taking a moment for yourself and you have children around and you have dogs around, so it's totally fine. But try and sink into this moment on the mat. All right, starting to move the body a little bit with the breath. Going to inhale in, exhale, windshield wiper those legs to the left so the knees are facing the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees go to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center, and this time we're going to exhale to the left and we're going to hold here. Checking in with the body. You can have your knees stacked if you'd like a deeper twist, or you can have them just windshield wiper. Taking care that both shoulder blades are into the mat. Neck neutral right now, we're still warming up. Great, inhale, center. Exhale, taking the knees over to the right. Notice how this side is different. If you have tight hips, or one side tighter than the other, you might really actually be feeling this in your hips or in your IT band, and that is okay. That's why we're warming up. Breathing here, making sure we're not rolling up off of the shoulder blades. Again, just like when We are active through this posture and at the same time relaxing into it. Great. Inhale, knees up. Oof, yes. Exhale. We're going to roll to the side. Just take a moment. We go into this posture a lot, especially if you practice with me, because it's how we roll out of Shavasana. Allow yourself to be in this little fetal position, this nurturing position. Great. And inhale, press into the palm. And slowly, all transitions today are going to be very, very mindfully done. Come to a seat. All right. We're going to do some side bends. I love side bends. They just wake us up. Plant the right palm. Inhale, arm comes up and overhead. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, reach it up, nice and slow. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale over. And one more time. Inhale up. And this time exhale, we're going to bend over without collapsing. So pressing into that palm, up and out of that right shoulder. Left fingertips are really light. If it feels good, you can keep your neck here. If you want to take your gaze up, great. If you want to take it down, great. Really going through with that same expansion we were feeling in our breath practice. Great, inhale, take it up. Whew. Exhale, lower. All right, planting the left palm. Inhale, right arm comes up. Exhale, take it over. Inhale up. Exhale, take it over. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, over. And one more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, over and hold. Again, pressing up and out of that left shoulder. If you're on your fingertips here, that's okay. That's the same motion. Reaching through those right fingertips. Gaze goes up, center, or down. I'm a little sore today, so a lot of the modifications you're going to be seeing me personally making are very, very yummy and stretchy. Kind of taking advantage of being at home to do a lot of practicing, and every now and then you need an active rest. So we're going to inhale, take it up. Exhale, lower. All right, let's get that neck or that back stretching. Inhale. Arms come up. Exhale, slow rotation. Nice and gentle to the right side. Palm grabs the knee. Left palm grabs the knee. Right palm behind. And if you'd like to start to wake up the neck, look behind the shoulder. And breathe here. Noticing how this feels different, specifically breathing this way feels different than, say, our lateral bends. Great. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we take it the other way. And again, keeping active in this posture without cranking. Don't want to crank here, but we do want to twist and have ease. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, hands come down. All right, we're gonna wake up those shoulders. Inhale, shoulders come to the ears. Exhale, they come down. And inhale, shoulders come to the ears, opening up through the chest. Exhale, they come down. Inhale up. Exhale back, and one more. Inhale up. Exhale back, reverse it. Inhale up and forward. Apparently my sweater does not want to stay with me today. Up and forward. Exhale down. Inhale up and forward. Exhale down. Two more. Really noticing what this feels like today. Great. Inhaling the right arm up and overhead. Exhale, drape the hand over, right over that left ear. Inhale in and then exhale, guiding that ear, right ear to right shoulder. And if this is a big enough stretch for you, fantastic, especially with next step. You've heard me say it, and I'll say it again. We don't want to press here, we don't want any pinching. So release the jaw. If you'd like a deeper stretch, if you can handle a deeper stretch, you can inhale, stretch the left arm out, fingertips come up towards the ear. Keep the jaw loose. And breathe. Feeling the stretching in your hand, in your arm, in your neck, in your jaw. And then exhale, lower the arm. Inhale, head comes to center. Exhale, opposite arm comes down. Great. Other side, left arm comes up and overhead. Exhale, drape it over. Inhale in and then exhale. Left ear to left shoulder. Again, noticing if the side of your body is any different. And there's something to be said for balancing out the body. So typically what you do on one side of the body, you want to do on the other. But let's say the right side of your neck is super flexible, the left side of your neck is not. You might not go as deep into the stretch, and that's okay. But if you wish to, and you haven't already, inhale the arm out, fingertips up for a deeper stretch. Loosening the jaw. Great, inhale, reach up. Exhale, ooh, everything back to center. I'm gonna take a few neck rolls here. You don't have to though. Awesome. Great, we are moving to all fours. Told you we're moving slow today, that's okay. So slowly transition onto all fours. You know the drill. Hands, fingertips spread wide, shoulders over wrists so that we're up and out. Everything is up and out so that we don't have strain. Shoulders away from the ears, back at neutral. Today we're going to do Chakravarkasana, which I wish I knew the English translation of. I don't. I call it cat-cow because cat-cow is very wee, flexy, and this is like a modified cat-cow. That's a little bit more gentle on the spine. So we're still getting that flexibility in the spine, but doing it gently. All right, Catherine, stop talking. Inhale, bringing it forward. We'll do it piece by piece at a time. Exhale. Bring it back to neutral. Inhale forward. Exhale, send your hips just a little bit back, not all the way. Great. Inhale forward. This time you can look up. Exhale, arching just a little bit to take it back. Elbows come down. Beautiful. Inhale. Forward and up. Exhale, curling. This time shoulders reach, hips go all the way back. Almost into a child's pose. Inhale, up and forward. elbows hit. Then the glutes sit on the heels. Great, now that you've kind of gotten the hang of this, go with your breath. The top of your inhale, you're here. At the bottom of your exhale, you are in a child's pose. Really take this opportunity to articulate through the spine, to feel every little motion as we come up and forward, and then every motion as we go back. Do 2 more full rounds of this wherever you're at. And if you beat me, that's okay. Meet me in a child's pose. This is your call. You can keep your knees together and take, the more traditional child's pose. Or if you're like me and have really tight hip flexors, you might take your knees wide and enjoy an extended child's pose. Take your modification. And breathe. Inhale, if you haven't, reach the arms forward, slowly look up. Great, and then walk your way back to all fours. Great, I'm going to shake my hips out a little bit. I'm going to shift my hips to the left, look over the right shoulder. Great, center. Exhaling, shaking the hips to the right, looking over the left shoulder. Center. Back one way. Back the other. Great. And then I'm going to find a nice neutral. I'm going to do this really slow today. So checking the alignment, hands under the shoulders, toes are curled. And then just take a moment to kind of shift back and forth, waking up through the toes, waking up through the feet. And then inhale in, exhale, pressing up into a downward facing dog. Great. First down dog of the day, so walk it out. Really stretching if you have tightness in your calves or your hamstrings or your ankles. I always think sit bones up towards the ceiling, back nice and long, fingertips wide, shoulders away from the ears. Great. Planting down through that left foot, inhale, take the right leg up. Exhale, open up through that right hip. This feels safe for you. Taking a breath here. Great. Inhale back to center. Exhale down. Great. Opposite side, pressing through the right foot. Inhale, left foot comes up. Exhale, open up. And if this doesn't feel safe for you, that is okay. Great. Inhale, down to center. Fantastic. From here, inhale in, exhale, just slowly, gently, lovingly. Nothing big today. Step that right hand through the palms. Lowering that back knee. Checking alignment, so knee is over ankle. We are pressed into our back knee. If you like a little bit deeper stretch in that left hip flexor, you can walk the left knee back a little bit, grounding into the top of the foot. Again, we're very grounded here, very alive, and we're just gonna lightly inhale and up. Great. So you should feel the pulling back of the left hip flexor. And this one, your right hip flexor, very active. The groin very active. Great. So once you feel this in your body and you're feeling good, you can either stay here or inhale, sweep the arms behind you, clasping the hands, opening up the heart center here. So heart openers tend to be very energizing. So our polarity here is grounding deep into the floor while being lifted higher and elevated through the opening of the chest. Making sure the shoulders are dropped back. Great. Inhale in, exhale, release. Taking the palms down. Nice low crescent. Then you're gonna walk your right foot out. So heel, toe it out to where your right hand is now on the inside of the arch of your foot. It's like a modified lizard. Really stretching through this side of the body. Great, but not giving up that stretch in that left hip flexor. Fantastic, and then you can rock back and forth, opening up that hip. So I like to rock on the outer edge of my foot and center. Outer edge and center. Really waking up that hip. Great. And this is going to feel a little weird, a little balanced, but stay on the outer edge of that foot, grounding to the right hand. Inhale, take a stretch up to the left hand side. Ooh, really big open. If that's too big, too spicy, don't do it. It's okay. Exhale, take it down. Walking the foot back to the arch. One more moment here. Great. And then heel, toe it back to center. Back in our crescent. Slowly take the foot back. Ooh, let that IT band rest. We're going to go into half plank. So you can, I like to do half plank because we're going to go into knees, chest, chin with my toes tucked. Hips forward, shoulders over wrists. And then I like to keep them, my hands about as wide as my shoulders. Dropping the hips. Inhale in, bending the elbows, chest and chin come to the ground. Slide out those hips. Inhale the babyish cobra. Great, exhale down. And then inhale, coming through tabletop. Curling those toes again. We're not throwing ourselves into anything today. Down dog. Great. And then in this balancing pose, not that you're balancing, but it balances up the body because you're doing the same thing on both sides. Notice how your right side feels as opposed to your left. And then inhale in, exhale gently, lovingly step the left foot through the hands. If you haven't already, lowering that right knee. You can stay here or you can walk the right knee back a little bit to stretch out through that hip flexor, through the groin. And then inhale, walk yourself up to check your alignment. Knees over ankle, grounding into that front foot, grounding into that back foot. Sometimes this work, even though it's really slow, it's so mindful and we're holding it for so long, it can be just as tiring, if not more. So if you get tired here, try and meet I don't know, like an appropriate edge here, or as far as feels right to challenge your body without hurting it. But if you need to rest, hurt. Or if you need to rest, hurt, no. If you need to rest, rest, please. Great, inhale in. Exhale, arms come behind yourself. And inhale, open up the chest. Breathing here. Really grounding and really elevating. The polarities even in our name. Make sure we breathe here. Inhale in, exhale, release, walking it down. Same thing, heel toe, that left foot out, so that the toes are sort of pointing at a diagonal. The hand is coming in to that arch. And you're in this modified lizard. If you want to slide back your right leg a little more, you can. But if that's too much, don't. Great, and from here we're going to rock back and forth. So remember, inhale, rock on the outer edge. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, rock to the outer edge of the foot. Exhale to center. Really just opening up through that hip. Rocking out. Rocking in. And we're going to do that balance power move, where on our next time we roll to the outer edge, we stay there, planting through our left palm. And be careful not to like fully roll into your hip here. You want to stay balanced. So using your core, bring the right arm up. It's a big stretch. Exhale, take it down. Woo. And plant that foot. This is a new one, so it's okay if it's not perfect right away. Not that there's such thing as perfect, but if this is something you're working on, that's great. Right back to center, same thing, planting the palms, taking the knees back, checking ourselves for our half plank, shoulders, it's just like a plank, but the knees are down, shoulders over wrists, inhale in, exhale, elbows stay into the chest, great, hips come down, inhale, maybe a little bit bigger cobra, exhale down. This time, finding our way to all fours, and then taking it back, child's pose. I implore you, if you took a wide-legged child's pose last time, to take one with your knees in, vice versa. If you did a more standard one with your knees in, take a wide-legged, an extended child's pose, if you will. And breathe. into all fours. Checking our alignment here. Beautiful. Inhale in, curl the toes. Exhale, send it to down dog. This time adding a little bit more movement. So inhale, sweeping the right leg up. Exhale, stepping it through. Once again, lowering that back left knee. Checking our alignment, coming up into our crescent. Great. Inhale in, sweep the arms behind you. Exhale, really open through that chest. Inhale in, exhale, release. Take it down. Once again, heel toe the right foot into that lizard variation. Toes are pointing diagonally. This time I'm just going to rock kind of back and forth in it. Not your typical yoga today. It's more about feeling good. And then bear with me. Actually, I'm going to flip directions so that I know you can see me. So stay where you are. We're in this right side lizard. And you're going to walk your palms towards the center. So with that, eventually this is going to feel a little weird. So swing that left leg back to where your knee's facing the wide edge of the mat. Great. Plant the palm. Extend the leg. And toes come forward. We're going into a gate variation. So inhale, reach it up. Exhale, take it over. And your hand can either be here or off to the side. Great. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale, over. Just like when we were doing our lateral bend here, up and out of that left wrist, reaching up, toes are facing the wide edge of the mat, getting a good stretch. Great, exhale. You're gonna kind of take your gaze down, swing your arm, and crawl back through to your low lunge. Great. From there, you're going to take it back. And you have the option here, if you want it to be a little bit of a more movement-oriented practice, take another flow. If you don't, meet us in down dog. A little bit more pep in our step. All right, let's do that on the left side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, stepping it through, checking our alignment here, and then just going into it this time. Inhaling back, exhaling open. Exhale, release, take it down. Heel, toe, the foot to the outer edge with that left hand. And same thing here, get a little funky with your lizard. Rock back and forth, find what is good in your body. What is maybe a little bit tight in your body, and work it out. Great. Going through that gate variation, so once you are steady, you're going to walk your hands towards the wide edge of your mat. Swinging that right knee forward, the leg is back. Great. Extending out that left leg, toes face forward, planting that right palm, inhale, woo, like a bow and an arrow almost, reach it up. Great. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. And remember not to collapse down in here, up. Over. Great, one more time, reach up. This time hold it over. Breathe. Great, swinging the shoulder down. Walk it through. Over. All fours. And then last chance for a flow here. Take your flow, or just meet me in all fours. Oh, forgot what I was doing for a second. Whee! Great. You've taken your flow, you're awesome. If you've not taken a flow, you're awesome. Meet me in all fours. So from here, we're going to inhale, sweeping the right toes, kind of like drawing a line, like there's a pencil on your toes. Drawing your toes back. And then shift back and forth. We're going into pigeon. If you know that you have tight hips, you might want a pillow or a blanket or a block to keep your hips even. If not, follow me. Great, inhale, sweeping the right toes up. Exhale, bringing the leg up and through. So I like to think of it as almost a number 7 if you're that flexible. Your calf is kind of parallel to your hips. If you're not, the foot can be closer in to the pelvis. The thing you really want to pay attention to is that you're on top of your back foot, top of your knee of the extended leg, and that we're not collapsing down here. Great. If you haven't already, inhale in, exhale, take it down, sleeping pigeon. This is one of those postures for me. I have really, really tight hips, just naturally have, even though I've been practicing for over a decade, and that's okay. I mean, we can always improve in yoga, and our bodies are our bodies. That's a polarity too. So for me, this has natural polarity. There's the work involved of being active in the stretch while also releasing into it. If you're having too much active and not enough release, inhale in to that hip, and then exhale, release. Inhale towards the hip, exhale, release. Fantastic. Now you can stay here if this feels really good for you. If you want a more relaxing pose, if you'd like to get a good quad stretch and do something that's fun and restful, you can inhale, walk it up. Exhale, bending that left knee. This might be as far as you go. That's awesome. Or you can plant the left palm. Inhale, sweep the right hand back. And exhale, you can grab the toe, the arch of the foot, dropping the shoulder, looking back. Still trying to keep the hips even here. We don't want to fall into that left hip now. Great, inhale in. Exhale, slowly swing the arm back. you were just in your sleeping pigeon, just wake that pigeon up, find yourself in all fours. It's amazing that some more intermediate stretches or postures can still be restful, and that's our goal today. So inhale, drawing a line with your toe, nice and back, your left toe. And then for a few breaths here, swinging back and forth. Honoring, we stand on our feet a lot. We don't do a lot for our feet. We don't give a lot of love to our calves either, so this is their time to shine. Great. Inhale, sweeping the left leg up. Exhale, taking it up and through. Sliding those right toes back. Again, checking you're on the knee, on the top of the foot. If you want a deeper stretch, that calf is walked out parallel to the hips. If you're like me, your foot is closer to the pelvis, and that's okay. Inhale in, exhale, walk it down. And again, if you need a block or a blanket or anything under that hip to keep the hips even, do so. Breathing here. Once again, if you want to stay here because this is your jam, good on you, stay here. If you'd like to get that quad stretch, inhale, take it up. Great. Slowly bending that right knee, planting through the right palm under your shoulder. Inhale, sweeping the left arm back, and then grabbing what you can. This side might be different. Toe, arch of the foot, and take your gaze past that left shoulder. Working here because it's a big stretch and finding ease here. Inhale in, exhale, release the arm, then the leg. And then just roll. If you were in sleeping pigeon, wake yourself up. If you're here, roll yourself onto the edge of the left hip and find yourself back and seated. We're going to go, we were going to go into staff pose. We're still going to go into staff pose, but I was talking about the feet. This is how my life classes are too, by the way. I come up with an idea and then we just go with it. That's where we're at today. And I wanted to give our feet a little love. So if you are like, I'm not a big fan of feet, even my own, you can skip ahead. We're going into staff pose. You can meet me there. You can just have a little breathing break here, whatever works for you. But if you want to give your feet some love, take your right foot. And then I spread my fingertips wide. This is gonna feel super weird the first couple times you do it, but it is a godsend for feet. And you're going to put your fingers in between your toes, kind of like if you're getting your toes done with those little cardboard toe separators, like that. And again, this might not feel comfortable, especially if it's your first time. Bear with me here. I like to put the thumb in the arch of my foot, kind of like, woo, that. And then from here, you're just going to bring your foot in a circle. It is so good for the fascia of your feet. We never, never, never break this up. And it really helps them stay awake and releases a lot of tension. So go ahead and reverse your circle if you haven't already. And I mean, I do this because I'm, a weirdo, but that's okay. So are you, if you're my friend and you're watching this. And I like to do this during commercial breaks. Just waking up the feet. Great. Go ahead slowly, one at a time, release the fingers, and then just bring your toes, wiggle them back and forth. Great. And you might already notice how much more awake you feel in the foot. Great. Switch feet. Bring the right foot in, left foot up, same thing. Again, this side might feel different, so the fingers go between the toes. I like to put the thumb in the middle of the foot, and then just rotate it. Ooh. Especially right now, if you're an essential worker and not on your feet all day, I bet your feet are really happy you're doing this. And I'm really happy you're an essential worker, so thank you. Awesome. Taking it one way and then another. If your fingers fall out, just adjust them. And just do what feels right here. When you're ready, one at a time, removing the fingers, wiggling those toes. Awesome. Okay, if you are breathing here or in staff, we're all going to meet together. So extend those legs long. Point and flex the feet if you haven't already. Again, just waking up through them. And we're going to inhale. I like to take the arms up. So we're coming up and out of our hip sockets. And we exhale, taking it over. Like I told you, I'm super tight today. This is not miraculous over here. Grab what you need to grab. So top of the shins, ankles, feet, toes. Just release here. Breathing. Making sure we don't want to hunch. That's why we came up and out. Back is straight. Chest coming towards the knees. Inhale. Ooh, roll it up. If you want to spend more time there, you can. I am not rushing you. But your yoga teacher today is a little bit sore, so I'm going to honor my body and stretch, but move out of things when it doesn't feel right anymore. Practice what I preach. All right. And when you're ready, slowly, gently find your way to your back. Planting through the feet, planting through the palms. We're going to do just a little bit more of some loving spine action here. That polarity, pressing in and lifting up. So pressing into the feet, pressing into the palms. We're going to inhale and slowly, one vertebra at a time, shift your body up into bridge. And then exhale. One vertebra at a time, taking it down. Inhale, taking it up. Making sure those shoulder blades are tucked to protect your neck. And exhale, taking it down. One more, taking it up. Exhale, taking it down. And then really press that tailbone, that lower back, that sacrum into the mat. Inhale in and exhale. Knees come to center. You have the choice to peel your nose up if you want a deeper stretch here, or you can keep your head back. Breathing. Great. Exhale, lower the head down. You might rock back and forth, giving yourself a little spine massage, back massage. Great. Exhale, feet come to the ground. If you need to take anything else, perhaps a supine twist to release anything, go for it. If you want to take a happy baby, just for fun, go for it. If there's anything else that you need to take, do so. If not, we're going to move into our final resting posture, our Shavasana. As promised, I brought a pillow, and you can bring a pillow too. And if you don't have a pillow, that's okay. Find a comfortable position and lay down on your back or your side. I've never really given this prompt, but I just feel like I need to. If you're pregnant or if you might have some aversion to lying on your back, if it invokes a fear response or it's just not comfortable for you, you can always take a Shavasana on the side in our fetal position. That's okay. That's a resting posture too. I've never given that prompt before, but it seems like I needed to, so hopefully that helped somebody today. Everyone else, bring the pillow to the base of the spine if you have one. Keep in mind lengthwise, or you can use it just as a real pillow, your call. I'm going to use it as a chest opener today. I'm going to take it back. And then the top of the head kind of like rests off of it. The arms rest to the side. The legs go just a little bit wider than hip width. Allowing ourselves to be alive here, open and at rest. Alive in corpse pose. There is a polarity for you. And just rest into the mat. Releasing tension from the crown of the head to the temples, to the jaw, down the shoulders and the neck. Releasing the chest, especially if it's in that open position, just letting it be open. Releasing any tension down the arms to the wrists. Releasing the hands and the fingertips. Releasing the upper back body, the lower back body. Softening the abdomen. Releasing the hips and the pelvis. We did a lot of hip work. Release all of it. Releasing the glutes. Any tension in the upper thighs. The hamstrings. Releasing the calf muscles. The ankles. Releasing the feet. And releasing the toes. Practicing being alive and aware in our resting posture. And slowly bring awareness to the fingers. Slowly bring awareness to the toes. Waking up the body. And when you're ready, no rush. Pick a side, any side to roll to. And be mindful here because you're probably rolling off of a pillow. Great, pressing up into seated. A little over an hour today, but that's okay. I love that. Find your way into seated here, into the sit bones. Imagining a line that goes from the base of the tailbone all the way up through the crown of the head. And just acquaint yourself with your breath again, noticing how you feel right now versus at the beginning of the practice. Remember that polarity is not just something we have in yoga practice. It is something we have in life. It is okay if during this time you are feeling grateful and scared. If you're feeling just so sad and happy that you're spending time at home with your family, angry that you're cooped up, and also wanting to be cooped up because it's safe. There's not really one right or wrong way to be feeling right now, and it's okay if it's a combination. That's polarity. And just dig into that. Notice when you feel it. And notice what that feels like in your body, and then accept that. It's okay to love spending this time with your children, and to be so tired of homeschooling. As a teacher, it's okay to miss your kids, and also, not want to return for your safety. Just some things to remember, some food for thought. I'll wrap it up because we're over time. Inhale, take the arms up and overhead. Exhale, palms to heart center. Thank you for taking this time. It's so important. I hope that you are well, that your family is well. May courage, strength, and peace follow you today and every single day. Thank you.